Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, I want to do this lesson about something I said to a brother while we were having a conversation. And the statement I made was we have to love delayed gratification. Okay, and the reason I said that is because delayed gratification is what gives you the best fruit at the end. Okay, the best fruit doesn't come from forcing the process, GMO seeds, using chemicals to force a plant to grow. The only thing that will lead to is a corrupt fruit. Fruit that don't have the correct nutrients or have a carcinogen in it, which is something that is poisonous for you. Okay, so that's what that would lead to, death. But if you let the process happen the way it's supposed to happen, that will lead to the best fruit. And that advice goes for anything that we do in life. Okay, anything that we do in life, whether it's working out, whether it's business, anything that we do in life that has an end goal, the best thing is to have it go through the proper process. Just like when we're pushing this word out, we're letting the Lord handle the process of growth. Okay, growth with us, growth with the individuals that come into the truth. Scriptures say that what Paul planteth, Apollo watereth, but it's the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that giveth the increase. Okay, so let me start with Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted." Okay, so between the time that you plant and the time you pluck up that which is planted, that's known as the time of suffering, the time of patience. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to exercise patience. Okay, and that patience is not fun. That's why it's also known, patience, another word for patience is what? Long-suffering. Okay, let's see. This is Romans 8 and 25. Okay, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 24. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." Okay, and when you go into the etymology of patience, it means to suffer. Okay, so what we're doing is in the process of waiting for the fruit to come forward, we're suffering. Okay, because of the hope. Okay, we're looking for that end goal. Okay, but the end goal is not here yet. The end goal is coming. Okay, the end goal is coming. Okay, so when you go to Galatians 5, dealing with the fruits of the Spirit, okay, because we know what the fruits of the flesh is. Matter of fact, let's go through this again. This is Galatians 5 and verse 19. It says, "Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, okay, fornication, okay, uncleanness, lasciviousness," meaning unbridled lust, meaning you can't control yourself. Okay, if you can't control yourself, you're not gonna wait for the Lord to give you something in due season, or because things are better when you wait for it. And I learned that especially through this OMAD journey, this 1 meal a day journey I've been on for months. I don't know how much months I've been on it, maybe 3-4 months, whatever, but maybe 5 months, I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, it's taught me how precious food is, and to praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai more for the food that we get, and every meal is an event. Every meal is an event. Every meal, it tastes better. It's more enjoyable because what? I'm waiting for it. I'm suffering in the midst of waiting for it. That doesn't mean I'm super hungry while I'm waiting for the food. No, because my belly adjusted, but still, eating is fun. Eating is enjoyable in general. This is why people, they just eat even though they're not hungry, because it's actually enjoyable. Okay, but it becomes more enjoyable when you have that delayed gratification. Okay, that's why the scriptures speak about unbridled lust, lasciviousness, because that's when you can't control yourself from your lusts. Adultery, and in drinking too. You drink every day. It's not as enjoyable as when you take breaks, maybe a week break or whatever, and then you come back and drink. It just hits different. Okay, you know what I mean? It says adultery, because you can't wait. You don't wait for your own wife. You want to go get another man's wife. Adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry. Now, when you deal with idolatry, witchcraft, and these things, guess what comes with that? Instant gratification. This is why Jake and these other nations, they deal with the idols and they deal with the witchcraft, because with witchcraft it comes instant gratification, but it comes at a cost. It comes at a high price. Okay. Now that battle rapper QP, he mentioned how he made a deal with the left hand side, for his daughter with a tumor, and he said he made that deal soul to soul, and what happened was the next day the tumor was gone from his daughter's brain. You see that? So that was instantaneous. Which if you would have prayed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, maybe it wouldn't have been instantaneous, but you wouldn't have had to sell your soul. You wouldn't have had to continue to work for Satan in order to get those left hand blessings. Okay, to do those odious works. You see? So hey. That's the difference between the left and the right hand side. It says hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, right? Because you can't wait for the Lord to bring the kingdom to you. You got to go and take the kingdom yourself. That's what those zealots were doing, and that's why they perished. And the Sakari were zealots, by the way. Okay, the ancient Sakari were zealots. That means the word Sakari means daggerman. It says heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Yeah, those are the ones that want the instant gratification. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. Okay, knowing that having peace of mind, knowing what's coming. Long-suffering, meaning what? Patience, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, self-control, controlling yourself, bridling your lust. Okay? Against such there is no law. And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. See, that's the thing with Esau. Okay? Esau wasn't living in the spirit. Esau was living completely in the flesh, as they do this day. Okay, so what did he do? He sold his birthright, which was a spiritual thing, for carnal food. And guess what? If Esau was doing the OMAD, he wouldn't feel like he had to sell his birthright for that, because he wouldn't be as hungry, man. So Esau wasn't on no OMAD diet. All right, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, this is Hebrews 12 and verse 16. It says, "Lest there be any." Matter of fact, let's go up to verse 12 and 12. It says, Hebrews 12 and 12. It says, "Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees," meaning gird up thy loins like a man, as the scriptures say, "and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way." Right? Because what happens is you come weak to the flesh, and you let the flesh win the battle against the spirit. Okay? "But let it rather be healed. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness spring up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Lest there be any fornicator, or profane person, meaning outside of the temple. Fornicator, meaning that he's going against the will of the Most High. Spiritual fornication. Okay? As Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright because he couldn't deal with the delayed gratification. He had to take the easy way out by taking that food and selling his birthright, which was complete stupidity. Okay, for ye know how afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. You see that? So the Most High allowed Esau to lose the blessing because he sold his birthright, man, which was part of the blessing anyway. So you Edomites, you lost the blessing because of your you could thank your daddy Esau for that. Okay? And this is the importance of delayed gratification. This is Galatians 6 and verse 9. It says, "And let us not be weary in well doing." Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go to verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption." Now the flesh is that's dealing with instant gratification. Okay, the spirit is dealing with delayed gratification, man. Like I said, that goes for anything that you do. Okay, whether it's business, at the beginning of the business, you don't see anything. At the beginning of the business, you don't even see this sprout. Okay, you just see the dirt, and one day, boop, a little piece of the sprout pops up, where you can't even you have to squint to see it, and then bam, then you see the full leaf pop out, and then bam, it grows, and then bam, you come back after, and it's this, and then it's that, and then then the fruit is bare. But that takes time. It's a process of time. Even us, we are as the seed, and it takes us time to grow and to mature in this truth. Okay? And it says, and let us, Salaki, it says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth of the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." Okay, if we're not weary, if we don't faint. Okay. All right. So you're gonna reap the benefits as long as you stay on the path, and strengthen the feeble knees, as the scriptures say. This is Romans 2:7. It says, "To them who by patient continuance in well doing seek for glory and honor and immortality and eternal life, but unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish, upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first, and of the Gentile," meaning the Israelites that grew up in Israel, and then the Gentiles being the Israelite foreigners. Okay, "But glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile." Okay, "For there is no respect of persons with the Most High." So that's it. So at the end of the day, you have to be not weary in well doing. Continue doing the right thing, man, and at the end you will reap the benefits. Okay, this is 1 Peter 4:19. It says, "Wherefore let them that suffer," even when you have an investment, right? You put an investment in, doesn't mean the stock is gonna go up tomorrow, or the crypto is gonna go up tomorrow. No, you have to wait. You have to wait, man. And the ones that wait are the ones that reap the benefits. The ones that hold are the ones that reap the benefits. The ones that it's not going up fast enough, or it's going down, so you shoot out your investment. Okay, but then there's others that while it's going down, they're buying the low, they're buying what they would consider a discount, buying, and then when that shoots up, right, and and while it's going up and hitting the top, that's when these weak people, the people who are not stable in the mind, they come back in. They want to come back in now. They want to be a part of it. All right, and then boom, that's when it starts to go back down. You see. So they lose out, but the ones that held, they gained immensely. Okay? But it's all about that long suffering. It says, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls. Does not Paul say that I keep under my body? Yeah, the keeping of your souls. Self-control, temperance. Okay, the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator. Okay? So that's the point, man. You have to love long-suffering. You have to love delayed gratification to reap the beautiful fruits that come with it. And that goes with anything in life. That goes with a relationship. We got a lot of these especially these women, they want to get out of the relationship. It's not going the way they want. I'm out. Well, that's why you hoes that's why you got so much goddamn bodies on you, man. Okay, and you're not more than a smut bucket. Because what they weren't able to sit out and have that long suffering with their men. I ain't into struggle love. That's okay. You ain't gonna find love, all right, at all, all right. And we gonna see when all hell breaks loose how that went for you, man. Because the thing is this: a lot of these men, even the ones that have girlfriends and shit, a lot of these dudes are not really attached to these women like that. They're very much disconnected from the women of today. Okay, even though they're in a relationship, because them women weren't with them long enough to cultivate, through the ups and downs, which that's really when you start to bond with someone, when you actually go through things with them, suffering with them. That's when you bond the most with somebody. They didn't go through that journey. Some of them got them when they were already successful and things like that. So they're not at the level of love with that woman to risk their life for that woman. So when all hell breaks loose, a lot of these guys, the curses say that the man shall leave his wife and his women and things like that in the time of tribulation, in the time of famine. Okay, hey man, long suffering, but someone who was with a man from the ups, the downs, listen, the man will risk his life for that woman. Okay, and do whatever he can, man. All right, so. If he's a man of any type of sense, okay. So this is the facts. This is the facts of the difference between long suffering, delayed gratification, and instant gratification, man. Because instant gratification comes with long-term problems, and delayed gratification comes with long-term success, long-term benefits, man. Okay, this is Psalms 145:14. It says, "The Lord upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season." Okay, so that's the point on that. I just want to do this little lesson dealing with delayed gratification and the importance of it, and how we should learn to love it. And with that, I'll say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.